Welcome in, guys. My name is Eric Paulzine. I've been giving fantasy golf advice for the past 3 years. I built up 9 to 5 Sports specifically for you guys, the PGA DFS players, and you guys that are making fantasy golf bets. Head on over to 9 to 5 Sports to check out all the data that you guys need to succeed. If you guys want to follow me personally on Twitter, you can do that. Link is right below here at Eric Paulzine 12. If you guys want to follow 9 to 5 Sports on Twitter, you can do the same thing. 9 to 5_sports. All that information there for you guys to succeed. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, I want you guys to leave a like and subscribe. Eric Paulzine with 9 to 5 Sports. Going to be going over the course preview video here for the PGA Championship in 2021. Now, why do we have to do this? Well, we have to do this because the data that we have for this course and for this tournament specifically is from 2012 when the PGA Championship was held at the Ocean Course in South Carolina. With that, the day is just going to be a little bit outdated. We don't want to be looking at that. The day is not going to be significant enough to use. So the overall purpose of this video is to give you guys a proper background, basic understanding of the course breakdown, and then potential comp courses that we can use to build our key stats and to build potential comp course history to use to make the best decisions possible this week in betting and DFS. So looking at the course breakdown, we know that it is going to be a link style course. It's going to play a little bit longer. It's going to play 7,800 yards, which is kind of crazy. It is a peak dive design course. The greens are going to be elevated. We see that with it being a lengthy course, the par threes are all going to be 195 or more yards. Now, yes, I can change, moving the length of the tee boxes up or back, but for the most part, all the par threes are going to play 200 yards or more. This is going to be oceanside course, and with that, we typically do see it play a little bit more windy, and we do see that the greens are going to be pass volume. With that, the greens are typically a lot slower. The grass is typically a lot slower. The tournaments in which we have seen that same grass type is the Corales, the Puerto Rico Open, and the Mayakoba, which kind of sucks because we don't have any strokes gain data with those tournaments, and we don't really have that many players that played in those events that are going to be playing in the PGA Championship. So really, we can't use comp course history for that to really make any educated decisions there. Really, it's like Charlie Hoffman and Thomas Peters are players that played well at those events and are playing in this tournament as well. So kind of unfortunate there. But just going back to potential key stats that we can be looking at with us seeing that's going to be a longer course and already the par threes playing all long, we can be looking at long iron accuracy. Can look at that 200 plus iron yardage range there to kind of give you guys a secondary stat that you want to use. With it playing longer and mostly going to play tougher, you can look at bogey avoidance, and then also we do want to be looking at strokes gained to the green as kind of potential key stats. For me, though, what I want to look at specifically was players that have played well in the wind. It is expected to be windy conditions, and with that, you can kind of get a good breakdown of which players you might want to be looking at. So some players that have played well in windy conditions are going to be Louis Oosthuizen, Paul Casey, Matthew Fitzpatrick, or Matt Fitzpatrick, whatever he goes by nowadays, John Rahm, Cameron Smith, Brooks Koepka, and Daniel Berger. Those are all solid win players so far this season in 2021. Then looking at potential strokes gained tee to green players so far this year, we're looking at Colin Morikawa, Justin Thomas, John Rahm, Sergio Garcia, Hideki, Bryson, Corey Connors, Rory, DJ, and Daniel Berger. So some of those names did pop up twice. You guys should already be writing that down now just to see, hey, this guy's popping up twice. Nice little first look. Maybe you guys can put some outright bets on them or just kind of put them noted in there for your DFS builds. But kind of breaking down the comp courses a little bit deeper now. Like I said, we can't really use the Corales, Puerto Rico Open, or the Mayakoba. If I'm trying to find some comp courses, really the majors typically tend to play similar each and every week or each and every year. The US Open tends to try to play very similar each year that tournament's hosted. The PGA Championship tries to play similar to the PGA Championship each and every year. So for me, if I want to look at like comp course or history, I would want to look at the last PGA Championship, and also the US Open does typically tend to play pretty similar to the PGA Championship. So for me, I always do like to look at major history when it comes to a major. So specifically, I'm going to be looking at the PGA Championship and the US Open the last year. Also, kind of comp courses that I could come up with were the courses at the RSM Classic and the RBC Heritage. Those kind of set up similar to this. Obviously, with comp course history, it's not the specific course history that we're going off of. so you don't want to go all in on it. It's a nice little cherry on top to see that, you know, certain players have played well in certain spots. But hopefully this gives you guys a nice little breakdown of what we should be looking at for the tournament. Hopefully you guys can start making your builds out and make a proper database for you guys to go off it. If you guys want to use that, you can head over to 905 Sports and check out the specialist page, which is where I'm drawing in a lot of this data for you guys to use for your DFS builds. But just a quick recap, this is going to be a tournament that does play a little bit more difficult with the elevated greens. I think hitting green is going to be at a premium. You're going to want to do that. But if a guy's not good in greens gained or greens in regulation or strokes gained approach, well, they're going to have to be good at strokes gained around the green. Once again, kind of the early key stats I'm looking at: long iron accuracy, bogey avoidance, par 5 scoring, strokes gained to the green. Kind of comp courses that I'm looking at are going to be the last two majors that were the PGA Championship and the US Open, not the Masters. It's going to play a little bit different there. And then comp course wise, I'm going to be looking at RSM Classic and the RBC Heritage. But that's all I have for you guys for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like and subscribe. If you guys want to join 905 Nation, click the link in the description below. It is $10 a month. Best value in PGA DFS. Have all the tools that you would want to use to make your educated decisions in PGA DFS and betting. All right, thanks for watching, guys.